Welcome to Slayer Talk. And now your hosts, Mark and Carol. Well, hello everyone. Thanks for that beautiful intro, evil witch. My name is Mark. With me, as always, is my girlfriend Carol. How are you doing today, Carol? What'd you think of that spooky witch in there?
Hey, what's up? Those of you who had to hear it, you really miss something when you don't get to see it, because there was like a whole face that went with that voice.
I do a performance. It's theater of the mind, Carol.
Right.
So it is April 22nd, the Double Deuce.
Yeah.
1997. And today we watched an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
We did.
Is she fighting vampires in this episode, Carol? She is not.
Of course not. We can't have too many vampires in the Vampire Slayer show now.
It's Buffy versus the internet.
Dear Lord, this is probably the worst episode so far.
You think so?
It was not good. Yeah.
What do you think? Like, was this supposed to be campy? Or, because I know the show is kind of campy, but was this supposed to be extra campy? Or is it just a total miss?
I don't know. I mean, it definitely seemed campy.
By the way, the name of this episode, Carol, is I, Robot, ... You, Jane.
Oh, dear Lord.
So they take the classic, I believe it's Isaac Asimov or Philip K. Dick, one of those science fiction writers from the 50s, novel I, Robot, which is about robots that have feelings, like every Isaac Asimov or Philip K. Dick novel about robots. And then they marry it with the mindlessness of Tarzan.
I really don't get that.
I, Robot, You, Jane. It's a perfect encapsulation of this episode, Carol.
You think?
Yes, because it means nothing. It is horribly confused and off the mark. Okay,
well then yes, I guess you're right. It definitely didn't fit because the demon.
This episode, I almost said movie. This episode features a demon named Mammon.
Malak.
Malak, that's right.
But
the fucking enchantress or whatever, the guy that's like, but I love you. I'll give you love. He's like a fucking ogre. He's like Lenny from Mice and Men. But I will hug you and pet you and call you. Oh, I killed you.
But I mean, here's the thing: is that he's not stupid.
No,
like at all.
He sounds stupid, but he's not stupid.
He doesn't sound stupid in the show. He sounds stupid when you do an impersonation of him.
Come on, Carol. Can roll with me on one of these impersonations. I don't like the voices I do at the beginning of the show. You don't like I want to what the fuck's called an anointed one. I want the anointed one. Give me the anointed one. Like, you don't like my Skeletor voice. You don't like this voice.
I love your voice, and I don't mind Skeletor's voice.
Late fee 1994 at AOL.com. Do you like my impersonations? Tell Carol yes.
I don't care if they do.
You don't Carol if they do?
No.
Okay. Well, do it. Engagement, Carol.
Okay.
Encourage engagement. Don't say, I don't care.
Okay, fine, I care. Tell me if you love them or hate them. I don't give a shit
what you think.
Tell him you don't like them, so he'll stop. How about that?
Oh, there you go. There you go. Some witty repartee.
Okay, so this episode was weird because, again, they just bring people in and you're supposed to, like, act like they've always been there and you know who they are.
I had that first complaint and you shot me down so hard. You were like, well, it's a guy that goes to the school. Why would this is when they're introducing him.
Yeah, but this is like the third time now.
Yeah, exactly. And I was just ahead of the curve.
Okay. But yeah, so they've got this technology teacher.
What? They've got what?
Sorry,
Carbon monoxide leak in the room?
The technology teacher. What the hell was her name? Miss something. I don't know.
Miss Technology.
Yeah.
Miss Frizzle.
And Giles has a fresh shipment of his books.
I thought you were about to say Giles has a fresh shit.
What the fuck?
Giles takes a fresh shit in the new shared employee bathroom. And it really smells. And he's embarrassed and he doesn't know what to say to the new technology teacher. It's a sitcom now.
Sure, that's what happened. That's exactly what I wanted to say.
Giles takes a fresh shit.
He gets a fresh...
A what?
Stop it! A delivery of books.
There you go. It's like a Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra sketch. Are you cognizant? Am I what isn't?
And this technology teacher.
Yes. Is that what she's? She's a computer teacher.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Fine, the computer teacher. I don't fucking know.
Do you think that technology?
Oh my god! Why can't I fucking say anything?
Do you think that technology will be the downfall and the destruction of mankind?
Do you think it's a good idea to interrupt people with ADHD when they're trying to make a point?
I'll ask my questions
because I'll just forget what I'm going to say.
I'll ask my question later.
Every time.
Go ahead.
I don't remember what the fuck I was going to say.
Technology teacher. Fresh new technology teacher with the shipment.
She wants him to scan the books.
Yes, into the computer, correct.
As a way to, like, preserve them or whatever.
Right, it's the old Library of Alexandria.
What the fuck does that mean?
The Library of Alexandria was a font of knowledge. It was where all the knowledge of the world was apparent, was like collected.
Okay.
And then it was burned to the fucking ground. So now put it in the internet.
Right.
Put it on the World Wide Web. Which I guess can't be burned to the ground?
I mean, it's not a physical thing, so I'd have to say no, it cannot.
All right. Scan those demons in there then.
So one of these books has a picture of a demon on it.
Right.
It's a big leather-bound book. And,
yeah, might as well have said, you'll be dead by dawn!
Willow just scans it with the little scanner thingy, not even hardly paying any attention.
And it's like a wand. I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, it's a weird scanner thingy.
And as she scans it, all the words disappear.
Because then the show flashes to, like, I don't know, 300.
A better show?
Like 300 BC or some shit. I don't remember when they said it was. Mm-hmm. That these, like, monks are doing some ritual to trap this demon in this book.
That's actually the beginning of the episode.
Whatever.
Well, you're misleading people. Oh, my God.
I'm sorry. That's what happens when you make me wait till midnight to record.
Yeah, I did make her wait a long time.
Huh.
She likes anticipation. Right.
No, fuck.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was referring to. Wait, what? They have monks and they've got the demon. And the demon's like, "Oh, I'm gonna love you."
Yeah, it says that to some dude and then he snaps his neck. And apparently that's like his MO. He's like, love me, I'll love you, I'll kill you.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I will love you and hug you and pet you and call you George. That's what he does. He fucking destroys him.
What is that about?
He's like, I will do anything for love.
Oh my God, I love that song.
What's the thing that he won't do for love?
I don't know.
I do.
What is it?
I heard him explain it one time. He said that this is the Meatloaf song, of course. And Meatloaf said when he wrote the song, he was talking to, I think, his producer, the music producer, and the guy was like, "Hey, what is the thing you won't do for love?" Everyone's going to ask that question. And he goes, no, it's right there in the song. Everyone's going to know what it means. He's like, it's the thing that I say right before I will do anything for love, but I won't do that. Like, if you read the actual lyrics, he says stuff like, I won't leave you, or I won't abandon you, or like I can't remember the exact lyrics, but he's singing like, and I won't leave you and stuff like that. And then he goes, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. The thing that he had just said.
Okay.
Like bad things, basically.
Okay.
There's like 3 or 4 of them. And he said everyone's going to know because it's the thing that precedes right before it. And then like everyone laughs and stuff and he goes, and he was right. Everyone is confused by it. And he's like, and it's the question I get asked the most all the time. So he was completely right. I was wrong.
Yeah, it is. It is confusing.
But if anyone,
it's still a good song.
If you want to go look at the liner notes or whatever, look up the lyrics, everybody, and you'll see. Before each time he says, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that, he says something he won't do. Like, I won't do this, or I won't do that, I won't abandon you, whatever.
It makes more sense when he's talking to the girl, and she's saying stuff, and he's like, I won't do that. It's a back and forth conversation.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
That makes more sense. But anyway.
But not with this demon. It's not back and forth.
No.
It's one way.
Yeah, so this demon just, like, gets people to, like, love him, and why do you think he's, like, killing them? Do you think he's, like, absorbing their soul or something?
Probably, yeah. I'll swallow your soul! It's the Evil Dead, is what it is.
Okay, there you go.
That would have been, if they had made it like the Evil Dead 2, all, like, fucking wild and out there and stuff like that, this episode, that would have made this better. If it was clearly funny, supposed to be funny,
right?
Like slapsticky, that would have made this episode better.
But instead of being funny and slapsticky,
it's ridiculous.
But it goes dark, just like the show does. It goes too dark to be funny and slapsticky, even though it has the tone of being.
Oh yeah, I guess it does kind of go dark. I'm just immune to it now.
Yeah,
I forgot about the fucking suicide.
Yeah, this kid fucking. Well, it's not a suicide.
No,
it's a murder made to look like a suicide.
Right.
And Buffy just, like, walks into his body hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, like, do-do-do-do-do.
Like, how awful. She finds all the dead bodies.
Well, she's got you're supposed to have that Slayer sense, right? The Spidey sense, or whatever she calls it. So, draws her to dead bodies.
But the demon has gone into the internet.
Right.
It's sucked out of the book into the internet.
It's the ghost in the machine, everyone. Deus ex machina.
So, it targets Willow.
Hello.
Starts talking to her through the computer.
Yeah, as an internet boyfriend.
Like, it's
everyone's favorite internet boyfriend from Canada.
It's so funny because, like, when
I'm real, Willow. Tell all your friends I'm real. We're gonna go skiing in Toronto. We'll see the Phantom of the Opera in the Pantages Theatre.
Oh my god, I saw it there.
I know you did.
I loved it.
That's why I referenced it.
It was cool.
We'll go to the CN Tower. Why does this demon know so much about Toronto?
Anyway.
Yeah.
He's his first, like, words that he says on the internet are like, "Where am I?"
What the fuck is this?
But he quickly masters it to the point that not only is he chatting with Willow, but he's, like, chatting with all the tech geek dudes at the school. And, like, getting them all to do his bidding.
Yeah, and by the way, like, they mention that, what kind of harm could he do on a computer? Well, he's in the internet, which is apparently everywhere, I guess. So, like, he has access to nuclear launch codes.
Right,
like,
right.
He fucking, like, and...
Do you really think that's on the internet?
I don't know. Apparently not, because he didn't launch them. But, like, there's some dark shit that happens in the background of this that I think most people won't notice. At one point, they're passing by a television, and the reporter on the television is saying, odd today that all the FBI's records of serial killers have been deleted. And it's like, so fucking, like, just serial killer records are gone.
Wow.
Like, there were 3 or 4 different things in the background that were said like that.
Okay. So he was definitely causing mischief and mayhem.
Yeah, like the one dude that gets... And then, so he's doing all that shit, which is high level. And like I said, a very dark universe. Like, this world's fucked.
Right.
And, but he's doing all that stuff. And then on the side, too, there's this kid sitting the steps of the school that says... Nazi Germany was the model of an ordered society. This isn't the paper I wrote. So just fucking with these kids. Great. It's just so weird.
Yeah, that was funny. But, yeah, this dude is, charming, I guess. I mean, like, that's kind of how Giles described him as, like, I don't know. I don't remember the fancy-ass word.
He said he's like Jack Nicholson. Just picture Jack Nicholson saying, I want to love you.
Sure.
All right, no, he'd say, it's my Jack Nicholson, everybody. You can't handle that I want to love you.
Oh, my God.
It's not bad.
So, okay. So...
Wait till they get a load of me. I can't do it because I'm laughing because of your face.
I'm glad my face is amusing, but considering this is not a visual medium, I feel like we should continue with the show.
I'm a star with an attitude.
Uh-huh.
All right, go ahead.
I don't remember what I was trying to say now.
That he's charming. Giles says he's charming and shit.
Okay, but he says something that tips Willow off.
Oh, yeah, because he says something like, Buffy just gets in trouble. That's why she got fucking kicked out of her old school.
Right, and she's like, how'd you know that?
It's like, oh, it's in her permanent files. And then he, like, catches himself, and he's like, well, I shouldn't have access to her permanent files. And he's like, you must have told me. It was really like a sitcom answer.
Yeah. And she's like, okay, I gotta go.
Yeah, see ya, buddy. Because, he pretends to be just some guy that she met on the internet that has presumably never met Buffy.
Right. And after that, he gets the scary dudes after her.
Yeah, the two technology dudes.
And the one that doesn't want to go after her gets killed.
Well, they come up with the worst plan in the world to say, like, oh, yeah, Willow is in the locker room. So why don't you go find Willow in the locker room?
They're talking to Buffy.
Yes. And so Buffy goes in the locker room, and the one really creepy kid, he turns on the shower and puts, like, an electrical thing there or whatever so that it's going to shock her and kill her. And she's like, oh, Willow, is that you in the shower? Let me go fucking come at you in the shower. Like, why did that work? And why did they think that would work?
Well, okay, here's the thing,
If you heard your friend showering, would you be like, hey, let me get up there. I'll soap you up.
It's a communal shower.
Uh-huh. And Buffy's fully clothed.
But
Buffy's not going to take a shower.
But I'm just saying, if it's a communal shower, then it's not that weird for her to walk up to it. I'm sure she's used it. I'm sure she's used to people being back there. Like,
do your friends often come up to you when you're showering, or did they come up to you when you were showering in high school?
In the communal shower?
Yeah, they did.
Because we wore totally bathing naked suits. We didn't get totally naked.
The whole communal shower thing's weird, anyway.
It is.
Hey, teenagers, get your clothes off.
Yeah, no, we never got naked. That would be weird.
We did. Guys did.
Well, boys are weird.
Shook our penises around at each other and stuff.
Ew. Really? That's so fucked up.
Some guys did.
Did you?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, my penis isn't long enough to... when it's flaccid, everyone, I'm a grower, not a shower. To get your minds out of the gutter. It's plenty big enough, isn't it?
It is. It is like the perfect size, actually.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So that usually means that it's small and you just don't want to say it.
Holy shit, no.
Okay.
A weirdo? Can we move on?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about big penis anymore. Sorry, everyone. I guess Moloch's got a hold of me or whatever.
It is like, my favorite topic, but anyway.
My penis? Wow.
So
short story.
So, okay.
Yes.
The bad dudes, they try to kill Buffy.
The bad dudes. The Super Nintendo game Bad Dudes, everyone.
Do you think that it really is because she's a Slayer that she survived being electrocuted? Because that's what they did to her.
Well, she jumped. She saw it and jumped.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, so I think
but her hair was all, she got electrocuted. She got shocked.
Well, Giles said she was only grounded for like a second because she got out of there. So she, like, shockwave went through her real quick, but it was fast. She wasn't like, if she had been grounded there, she would have been like doing the tap dancing, right? So she got out of it. So she just got a bit of a shock.
That's like what happened to me when I got electrocuted with the carrot.
I don't want you to explain that story at all. Just let them try to figure out how the fuck a carrot electrocuted you. And then we'll just move on.
If you want to know, write me at latefee1994.
If you want to know, patreon.com/retrolatefee.
Right.
And find out how a carrot fucking electrocuted Carol. Was it an electric carrot? We'll never tell.
Right.
We'll tell if you give us money. Anyway.
So she survives that.
Yeah.
But Willow.
But she doesn't survive the negative press from this episode?
It's the end of the show now. End of the series right now. That's it.
Oh my god. So the geeks are going to some factory that apparently was closed down, but they reopened it to construct a robotic body.
Yeah,
so,
this is the worst part of the episode.
So Joss Whedon has written a story where an evil entity inside of a computer is building itself a robot body to put itself into.
And it looks
ridiculous.
Just as hideous as it would if it was its actual body.
It looks like it's from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yes, it does. You're right.
And I don't understand. And the thing is, I don't understand what Joss Whedon is thinking, because you have complete access in the internet. Why give yourself a body? But anyway, the heroes end up cutting it off from the internet, so it's just localized in the body. And you know how they do that. Giles is like, we're going to have to perform a ritual, a binding ritual or whatever, to get rid of this demon. And he's like, I need the help of the technology teacher. This is going to be a tough ask. And he's like, hey, there's a demon in the computer. And she's like, oh, I know. And she's like, what the fuck? At first, I thought she was going to be evil.
Right.
And because so how casual she was about it. And she's like, no, of course, I've seen all the weird signs and everything. I've been casting bones for days. I'm into fucking demon shit. Why not?
Right? Because everybody is. Because, again, it's the Hellmouth.
You don't have to. Yeah, they actually use your excuse in this episode. That's life at the Hellmouth, fucking Xander says.
But, yeah, so I think that Giles is going to fuck this lady.
He definitely wants to.
It's hilarious watching them. Like, she's like kind of...
He needs to get some.
Yeah. But I mean, she's kind of like, younger and cooler and prettier than him. And so it's kind of weird to watch him just like...
He's cute. He's
cute, but he's cute in like an old guy way. Not...
He's cute in a, oh, you're so sweet.
Right.
Kind of way, yeah.
Not like I want to bone you kind of way.
Well, apparently she does.
Well, we'll see.
Apparently she has a grandpa fantasy or something.
There are definitely some looks. It's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah, so she said she's a something Wiccan.
Yeah, techno-Wiccan.
Techno-Wiccan, which I don't think that's a thing.
There's a lot of internet stuff going on here.
If that's a thing, again, write us and let me know, because I don't think so.
Yeah, there's a lot of internet stuff going on here, which is weird.
Yeah.
The question I was going to ask... Well, I'll save it to the end.
What? No, ask.
No, I want to save it to the end now, Carol. So they bind this demon into the one body. But the one body's still pretty fucking strong because it's made of metal.
Yeah.
And metal hurts.
And it's big and scary looking.
Because robots' hands are made of metal. And they eat old people's fuel, or old people's medicine for fuel.
What the fuck?
It's from an old Saturday Night Live skit with Sam Waterston.
Okay.
He's doing a commercial for robot insurance.
What the fuck?
And he talks about how robots are a menace to old people because their hands are made of metal and they're strong. And they eat old people's medicine for fuel.
Wow.
And it's so funny because Sam Waterston delivers it completely. Did one take. Comes in, delivers it completely flat with no inflection at all whatsoever. And just kind of like goes through the whole thing. And the director's like, why'd you make that choice? Why'd you do it like that? And he goes, I figured in real life, if they gave me this script, I would just be doing this for the money, and I'd want to get it over as fast as possible. And the director is like, no other takes. That's perfect. Perfect rationale, perfect way to play it.
Wow.
Yeah. Sam Waterston's the best. Anyway, so then Buffy beats the shit out of it. Buffy kicks it around a little bit, and then gets kicked around a little bit, and then gets it to stupidly, cartoonishly punch a electronic thing. Some kind of power grid because it electrocutes itself.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it's in the electricity now. So now it's fucking... Now it's in the power grid. It's like the movie Shocker.
Well, I thought it was more trapped at the end, not freer.
It is more trapped at the end.
Okay. But I mean, it sounds like if it's in the electrical grid.
It's not. I made that up.
Oh, what the fuck?
It should have been, but it's not.
Yeah, so they trap it in something else.
No, they don't. It just explodes. The body just explodes and it's done. And I guess the demon's dead? Or it's in the book? I don't know. They don't really explain it.
I thought it got put somewhere.
Where do you think it got put?
I don't remember.
Do you think it's Friday the 13th, the series, where they take the fucking like little trinket or whatever and they put it in their little antique shop that they never sell anymore?
Maybe it is.
What a weird idea for a show. First of all, they call it Friday the 13th, the series. So it's supposed to be connected to Friday the 13th, the movies, Jason movies, but it's not in any way. But do you know the premise of this fucking show?
No.
The premise of this show is this woman's uncle made a deal with the devil. He owned an antique shop, and he made a deal with the devil to be like powerful and rich and stuff like that. And the devil said, okay, I'll give you money and riches and all that stuff, but you need to sell these like demonic fucking demon-infested trinkets in your antique shop to unsuspecting people, and they're going to wreak havoc. And he was like, deal, I'll do it. So he does that for a long time, and then he dies. I think the devil came to collect his soul or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And the niece and a guy that knew the uncle or like used to work there or something, I don't know, there's some flirtation, but there's a guy and a girl. They come to, the antique shop, and she's going to, like, fucking close it down or whatever and stuff, sell it off. But then she discovers this fucking demonic contract and all this stuff happened. So then their job for the rest of the series is to hunt down, and because he kept a ledger of everything he sold for some reason, to hunt down these artifacts and get them back. And so that's what happens in each episode. That's a fucking weird-ass premise for a show, right?
It is.
But it's good. It was good. I loved it.
I don't remember ever even hearing about the show. This does not sound like a popular show.
It was not at all. I think it had like 2 seasons and it was canceled. But I loved it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it sounds kind of interesting.
It is. It was a good show.
So what did you think of this episode overall?
Terrible.
Yeah.
One of the worst.
Like I was
just really gets the internet wrong, really gets kids' culture wrong.
Yeah. I was just waiting for it to be over. Like, it was that bad.
It was boring, and the demon was not an interesting character.
Where's Angel? I want Angel back. There's no Angel.
Yeah, I know you want Angel.
Don't you agree? I mean, they just dropped
Angel's more
that
interesting
storyline, like, to have this stupid shit happen.
The vampires are more interesting, and I mean, maybe one day there'll be another monster of the week that's more interesting, but they need these filler episodes.
I guess.
In between the vampires.
Well, hopefully
they can't afford Skeletor every week.
Well, hopefully next week.
I've got an anointed one.
They have the vampires back, because, yeah, it's no good.
No es bueno.
No bueno.
So my question was, Carol, do you think that technology will be the downfall and destruction of mankind? Or do you think that technology will solve mankind's problems and be the salvation of mankind?
I don't know. I mean, probably the downfall because...
Wrong!
I just, I kind of see...
I was just waiting for you to say
the glass half empty, you know?
Yeah. I was just waiting to see. I was just waiting for you to say whatever and then to be like the McLaughlin group. Just go, wrong!
How about you?
I think it can be 50-50.
Okay.
Honestly, I think that there are elements of it that they're kind of like the Giles is like, yeah, people don't need to have human contact anymore, and it's going to fucking destroy humanity, and knowledge should be smelly and all that stuff that he says.
I don't think I agree with him though, because like people still need human contact even if they spend all day chatting online. Don't you think? I mean, like, I wouldn't.
The World Wide Web. If there's people like in Sandra Bullock in the net.
Yeah.
That complete Uggo Sandra Bullock.
But I mean, those are few and far between.
Yeah, I guess.
So.
But anyway, I don't know. I think there are certain things that they say that are probably like things that really could be detriments.
Yeah.
But will it ever be widespread enough? I don't know about that. I don't know if it'll ever be ubiquitous in life.
Right, we'll see.
More of like a tool,
Yeah.
That's like kind of like saying, "Oh, phones will take over because people don't need to talk face to face anymore. They can just talk to each other on the phone."
Right, that would be stupid.
That's it. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. So I think I agree with you.
All right.
But anyway, that is the episode for the week. Carol, take us home.
So go ahead and write us again at latefee1994@AOL.com.
Yeah, write us every day.
Check out our website at www.retrolatefee.com.
Do that too.
And share the tapes with your friends.
All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.